Hi everyone, welcome to Thrifting After Work. My name is David and this channel documents my part-time eBay reselling process. Started reselling on eBay about 2 months ago and I wanted to document all of the steps in that process. So this is the third video I'm putting out. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please hit the like button, hit subscribe. It's gonna help me out as I kind of go through this and I'll keep you in the loop when I post new content and kind of go through this process. So I do have a couple things I kind of wanted to go over. In this video, I had mentioned in my last video, I was going to do like a really kind of in-depth breakdown of the costs, the time investment, and everything that goes along with what I've been doing selling part-time as a hobby. So that way it can help you if you're looking to get into this as a hobby and you just see all the videos of people who are, really far down the line. Or if like a lot of people during this pandemic, you're looking for, a way to bring in extra income or just a side hustle, that's the purpose for there. So I'm going to start off by kind of going through what sold this week. On my eBay store, I had about 4 sales this week, one really big ticket item, so check that out. So the first item that sold this week was a pair of Noble sneakers. Sold them for $41.96 plus $20 shipping. eBay actually overcharged the buyer for the shipping, so I refunded them $7. Next couple items here. So I had some video games lying around that I got when I purchased a console off Facebook Marketplace a couple years ago. The original owner just threw those in, so they were free, so went ahead and sold those since we don't use those. The last item here is the big one. Loro Piana jacket, $249 sale. Picked this up for $12.99 at Goodwill and resold for $249 plus $20 shipping. Amazing profits off that $12.99 investment. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through just my total profit breakdown. After that, I'm going to go into the time investment and then just kind of my recommendation for, hobby versus, just trying to actually make ends meet with this process. So as you can see here, my total gross sales on my eBay store are around $895, almost $900. That does include a return that I got. So I'm going to go through when I go through all the statistics, it's going to be off of a lower number. It's going to be off of a total profits of 837 gross profit. Because eBay, even when you have a return, will show the return as part of your sales. So I kind of want to do a realistic breakdown because I'm tracking everything separately with through a spreadsheet, so I have all my numbers there. But just kind of going through, okay, look, it's cool. I sold $900. What does that really mean? What do I get to keep from that? What are all the fees? What goes along with saying, hey, I sold almost $1,000. What am I keeping? So I have some notes here. So of the $837, that's the gross profit. $137 was my shipping cost so I sold roughly 22 items. Again, 22 items is the includes the return. So about 20 items, $131 was the shipping cost. Now, total fees was about $125. Again, I have the pennies and everything broken out for you here. But the shipping and fees, shipping $131, fees $125. Now, also, I'm taking out the cost of the items. So these first items, some of them I picked for my house, just things that I didn't need anymore that I thought would sell. And some of them I went out and thrifted and purchased. Most of them I went out and thrifted and purchased. So the total cost of goods was $142.44. So I spent $142 to then sell $837. Which sounds great, but again, everything taken aside, total profit from all these sales is $437.91. So I go from $837 down to $437, almost exactly $400 out there. And that covers the shipping cost, the fees, and then paying myself back for the money that I spent. So that $437 is actually completely net profit. That's on top of, if I zeroed out after I spent all the money, I'm taking back $437. So off of a $142 investment to then say I tripled that into $437 is great. It's really good. Again, I've been very picky on what I've been purchasing. I haven't just been grabbing a bunch of stuff to try to resell my volume. I've been very specific and looking up items, things that I'm going for and what I'm trying to sell. Now, truth be told, it'd be great if that was just all there. However, I've gone out and spent some of that to try to reinvest and get more items into the store and up on eBay. So that's kind of that rolling process. So you're never going to have access to all of the profits at one given time, because you're probably going to be reinvesting that into making more money. So I have about another $100 of that I've spent into items that are purchased on the store. Of those items listed, I'm hoping to again do that same thing based on what I've been trending at, is turn that extra $100 into maybe another $400 in profit there and kind of keep that rolling. So again, that's been my my process, and what I've done in my roughly 2 months. I started in October of 2020. It's now December 12th. Yeah, December 12th of 2020. And so about 2 months, sold almost $900, made about $437 in profit doing this part-time after work. So time, going into the time investment. So conservatively, being a little, I can tell you right now, my wife would always tell me that I'm spending I would spend a lot more time than this. But I feel I've made about 10 trips to Goodwill in those 2 months, and I'm gonna say probably about an hour a trip. Again, my wife will tell you that it's gonna be more than that, but I would say probably about an hour a trip when I average it all out. So that's 10 hours there, and then listing, getting items packed and shipped for those items, I'm gonna say probably about another 5 hours, So about 15 hours has gone into this hobby, and that turned back into, again, that $400 in profit. So on an hour by hour breakdown, sorry, still got some notes. Hour by hour breakdown at 15 hours with that profit, that's about $29 an hour. Again, sounds great. I feel like right now, Christmas time, holiday season, people are buying and buying and buying. That'll probably slow down a little bit. I might not sell. I've gotten really lucky on some of the items that, I did have that one really big ticket item that added in, about $250 of that profit. So, on average, it'll probably be a little bit less than that, but, still not bad for something that you're doing part-time, or if you were doing it full-time and you average that out and that was your average in your take-home, that'd be great. That's a lot more than a lot of people are making in their full-time jobs. So now to kind of wrap it all together, and again, I've been doing this as a hobby. For me, I had the money to invest in the beginning. Truth be told, also with starting up, probably had about another, maybe like $30 in startup fees. I bought a couple things for shipping. A lot of the boxes and everything I've gotten for free from the post office. If you go on the USPS website, you can get a bunch of shipping supplies for free. I've used some of my Amazon. I've reused Amazon boxes from purchases that I've made. So boxes and things like that, I really haven't had to purchase. I bought some poly bags to send some of my smaller items and some tape, and then gas, kind of going back and forth. So realistically, $437 was the profit. Bring that down to $400 to be realistic as far as those extra little individual costs that go into that. But again, for me, I had the money to start it. I had the money to kind of put in, where I wasn't having to make the decision on, do I try to go down this road and start something new with money that could be going to groceries, could be going to rent, could be going to mortgage, whatever that is. So take that, into one side of, hey, for me doing this as a hobby, I was financially able to do that. Again, not everybody's in that situation, but what I could say is what I really didn't do is like go through my house and say, I'm going to get rid of everything I can. I'm trying to make ends meet, DVD collection, sell it, video games, sell it, old clothes, sell it, list everything, list, 100, 200, 300 items. I've only listed about 50 items total, and about 7 of those came, or maybe closer to 10 of those came from inside my house and were things that I didn't need anymore. If you're starting this process as, you know, maybe without funds, without any startup money, again, what I would do, you know, get as much free shipping items as you can from the post office, and go through your house and list everything you can, and use that money to roll back into itself, and you can keep reinvesting that money, because not everybody is going to be able to make that decision of taking $100 cash and going out to either garage sales or thrift stores and investing that money into, you know, a business. That might not be the decision that you're able to make that week. But what you can do is, again, go through your house, get everything you can. If you are in that situation where you're like, hey, I need a couple $100, or I don't know where, you know, the money that I'm going to be making is coming from. Or again, if you want to just start this as a side hustle, but you still really don't want to just throw some money at it, go through, sell items that you have, sell items that you don't need, and that will be able to get the ball rolling in, you know, continuing this down the road. For me, again, off of $140 investment, making then $400, that's pretty easy to then say, okay, even if I just take half of that, put half of that into savings, and go and spend another $200 to re-up the store, and re-up the eBay account and keep that money rolling, then, you know, just keep doing that half back into reinvesting and half there. That can build up over time. And, you know, the more you do that, the more money that you're making in, and you're committing to buying and posting, the more things you're going to get. I've found that there's a complete correlation to the days that I'm posting, and the more items that I have equals the more items that I sold. Today when I sat down and I posted 5 items, 2 items sold right after that. Last time I did the same thing, I posted 6 items, 3 of those items sold right away. I have some items that have been sitting around for a little bit that I got to kind of figure out what I want to do with. But if you keep going and keep posting and keep listing and keep, buying. Again, I'm doing this just after work. When I leave work at 5, 6 o'clock, at night, I'll go run over to eBay store or a Goodwill store, and thrift a little bit, and then head home, a couple times a week. And, because I'm doing this after work, hence thrifting after work. But if you are out of work right now, or, you have extra time off, or, you don't have, family commitments on the weekends, if you spend a whole day, going out and looking, again, if you have the funds to do it, you can hit up garage sales. I believe people are still doing garage sales. You can hit up thrift stores, and you can be maybe a little less discerning than I've been, or be more discerning and just spend more time cultivating high quality, high selling products. You can really turn this around and make some good money doing it. Is it going to replace your income right off the bat? Absolutely not, unless, again, you have a lot of money to invest, or you literally clear your house from top to bottom, and list everything that's in there to get that startup and get that ball rolling. No, but over time it can. And like I said, I've shown almost every single purchase that I've made has at least doubled, or every single sale that I made has at least doubled my investment, if not more. Again, that one big item that I said I spent $12.99 on that at Goodwill, sold it for $250. Again, that's one item out of everything that I've purchased, and those hours that I've spent. Still, I feel like I got lucky on that. Not everybody's going to find that, those grails when you're going out and thrifting. But yeah, it's definitely something that you can do. Again, I started this, watching channels, seeing people make extra money, seeing people turn, their regular job into a sales job. Not what I'm looking to do. But I know some friends, I know a lot of people that are out of work right now that need extra money. Again, that might be looking at people that are further down the line and saying, I don't know how I can get there. I don't know if that's feasible. I don't know if it's real. How do I do it? I did it. I started, again, 2 months in, I've made profit. My goal is not to turn this into my full-time job. My goal is not to, become a full-time seller, but to have a hobby. I'm enjoying it. The minute I stop enjoying it, the minute it's not worth it and it's becoming a burden, I'm not going to do it anymore. But it's something that we can do and something that you can help make extra money. So again, that's my breakdown. I appreciate everybody who, watched to the end. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel to follow along and, get content. I'll keep putting out content. I'm on Instagram as well as Thrifting After Work and Thrifting After Work on YouTube. So thanks a lot. Peace out.